The social credit score was the new way to run the economy, a streamlined control system to create the new 21st century citizen. It was a point system that would track and trace you and assess your worthiness to society, socially engineering you to be who they want you to be. Information gathered through surveillance systems such as mobile phones, CCTV, and check-in, check-out points produced a score for civilians. Then, citizens gained or lost points for their behaviour, decided by the AI programs. If you stepped out of line, spoke against government policy, or were a bad person, points would be deducted from your score, bringing your monetary allowance down each month. But you could get points rewarded by donating blood, or giving to charity, or even doing some community work. The death of independence crept up on us slowly and then swallowed us whole. The only way to live your truth or to speak up was to not follow the order. The surveillance systems could track you from any angle, even from other people's phones, so there was no grey area or loopholes. If you were caught, you were taken out to the rehabilitation camps to be reset and re-educated. However, most knew that once you left, you wouldn't come back. Economies completely collapsed through the continual barbaric media messages on green issues and conflicts of countries around the world, using money not for the people, but to cover their dark agenda. New regulations forced onto the people to push this evil system were so disconnected from what we are and made us into dependent fools. Governments played condescending announcements in the street, stating measures were for a better world. People walked like zombies, believing the propaganda, but they never knew what they were walking into in the first place. It was very sad to see how people's unawareness had taken over them. Didn't you ever wonder how you would own nothing and be happy? If there is no money and all businesses are corporate or state-owned, the economy will be owned by corporations and the state. You become irrelevant, just a means to an end, and your input has no significance whoever you are. Nobody knew how serious this was on the build-up. They were swallowed up by the demonic media messages. It was a pure evil system designed to destroy and break down the human psyche, creating conflict, tension, distorting the true world, and making people aggressive towards those who didn't support the lies and corruption. Fear and evil was projected out constantly, telling us their vision and suppressing our own imaginations. Yet all we had to do is switch it off, tune out of this darkness, and create our own version of the world, our own vision. They fitted the credit score into society, stating it was for our best interests and for our safety. But it broke the rule of law and infringed on our legal rights as humans and as beneficial, thriving communities. The efficiency of AI had taken over, but had been inverted for control purposes. One of the most frightening aspects was the control was implemented by an invisible hand, run by people we would never see. Ultimately, this was a system that no conscious, awake, and aware person wanted. So we need to ask, what created this system? Was it us? Or was it something so artificial and disconnected from the human spirit? Was it even human? Whatever the truth, the most important point is that we allowed a social credit score to become a reality because we undervalued the soul and essence of what we really are. We are divine creations that have been distorted in our minds, trapping the self in a personal and collective prison. Nothing will change until we value who we are and become conscious to the inversions around us. When do you value your human spirit? Where do you feel your breath, your thoughts, and value yourself in this journey of life?